वाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govind Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govind Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai, Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai, Jaya Radha Vrindavan Bihari, Radha Vrindavan Bihari, Shri Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnuvad Paramhansa Parivajak Acharya Ashtottara Shada Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya Acharya Guruvar ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Sri Sri Guruvashtakam ki Gaur Premanande Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manoyabhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishna Vamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Aradhya Bhagwan Vrajesh Tanayas Taddham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadu Vargena Taya Kalpita Srimata Bhagavata Puranayamalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Mataidam Nayatra Agraha Paraha. Those children are playing. Thank you. Ajanulambito bhujao kanakaya vidhato sankirtanai pitaravo kamalaya taksho vishwambharo dvijavaro yugadharma palo vande jagata priyakaro karunavataro patita pavana nitai gaur sundar ki jai Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Bihari ki jai Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody to the fifth session of the Guruvashtakam, which is known as the Mangal Arti, and that we sing every day in all Gaudiya Vaishnava temples, including ISKCON. And we will continue today with the fourth verse. And prior to that, I would simply want to first pay my obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. May the words that emanate from my mouth be pleasing to all of you, to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and His sincere followers and our Gaudiya Guru work. So please bless me that whatever emanates from my mouth is in Yatharu as it is, in line with our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Today is also a very auspicious day. It is the appearance of Narhari Sarkar, a very great Vaishnava from Sri Khanda. Great Vaishnavas like Raghunandan Thakur, Mukund Sarkar, they were all residents of Sri Khand. And Sri Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami mentions in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that they are the desire tree or the Kalpavriksha of Krishna Prema, the residents of Srikhand. And Narhari Thakur was the 40th in that branch. He is a very, very amazing personality who actually in Krishna Leela, we have been discussing Manjaris, right, and Gopis. He is Madhumati Sakhi. And his specialty is, his seva is that he actually offers honey to Radha and Krishna. That is the seva. So yesterday we discussed the Sringar Ras in the 4th session, where our Acharyas teach us what is conducive for Radha Krishna's seva, right from foodstuffs, clothing, the paraphernalia, which time of the day, when to dress them appropriate according to their to the time, the activities, etc. The Ashtakalya Leela, the 24 hours which are divided into 8 parts. So accordingly, the different services are rendered. So Madhumati Sakhi, she offers nice honey. One time Lord Nityanand Prabhu saw, when he saw Narhari Sarkar, he said, yes, where is the honey? Nityanand Prabhu, because he knows who he is in the Nitya Leela. So Narhari Sarkar, he simply took one pot and dipped it in a normal water pond, and when he took it out, it was full of very, very sweet honey. And Lord Nityananda and the associates, they took the honey. So this is who our acharyas are. That's what we have been describing for the last 4 sessions. Just to get a little glimpse how fortunate we are that we are in this sampradaya, that our great acharyas have given us shelter. Rupanugas in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our fortune has no limit if we are ready to take it. One time, I saw that video of, I think it was last year. There is one very great Vaishnava, Babaji, who resides at Barsana by Pili Pokhar, Vinod Babaji. And our ISKCON's, His Holiness Satchitananda Swami, visited him. And in that conversation, it was mainly Satchitananda Swami was asking some humble questions to Vinod Babaji. And in that conversation, there's a part where he's speaking in Hindi, but it is being translated into English for Maharaj. So there's a part of the conversation where Vinod Baba says that the mercy of Srimati Radharani, and that also includes Krishna and the Vaishnavas, is always there. It is not something that we have to ask for. It is eternally present because that is their nature. Karuna, compassion. We discussed that in the first verse. Tranaya karunya ganaganatvam praptyasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guruho Sri Charanarvindam. Even Srila Prabhupada said that the mercy of the spiritual master is exactly like the sun. And it is spreading equally everywhere, the sunlight. Excuse me. Hare Krishna. It is spreading equally everywhere, over the land, over the mountains, over the sea, over the lakes, everywhere in the valley. But if someone doesn't want to come out into the sunlight and they stop themselves, prevent themselves by locking up themselves in a dark room, what can the spiritual master do, or what can the sun do? So we all have to our sincere prayers is that we have to become good patras or vessels to receive the mercy. A simple example that I can give is that in our childhood, our mummy used to send us to get some milk from the dudwala. So she used to give us a vessel that was approximately holding 1 liter. So the dudwala, we went, got it from the milkman. So the maximum the milkman can give me is 1 liter because that's the vessel. Sometimes somebody who else came at the shop had much bigger patila or a vessel, 5 liters. So he filled it up. So our acharyas are always showering the mercy, but how much are we able to catch based on how much good of a vessel we are. We have to become good recipients of their mercy. Mercy is there, but we are not able to catch it. We are not qualified enough to become those patras to catch it. And that qualification comes when we all discussed in the last few sessions, especially, I think, the session number 3 and 4, we talked about the different processes from Shraddha, then Sadhusang, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, and Nishtha Ruchi. In that stage, that greed develops for Raganuga Bhakti. So right now we are all so much caught up in trying to clear our anarthas. Because since Anadikal, our acharyas use the word Anadi means no beginning. Since time immemorial, Srila Prabhupada translates Anadikal. We are so much conditioned and we have collected so much garbage or dust in our hearts that it takes time. But for those who are sincere, Mukam karoti vachalam pangu langaite girim yat kripa tamaham vande Paramanandam and Sri Guru Dinatarinam. Paramanandam Madhavam Sri Guru Dinatarinam. So, the process is there. The kripa is also there. Because our acharyas are manjaris. We explained that. And manjaris have all the qualities of Srimati Radharani. They also feel exactly what Srimati Radharani has. So they are the most compassionate also. They are the most compassionate. Nandanandan Krishna is compassionate. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. But more compassionate is Srimati Radharani. And that is why, because when Nandanandan Krishna obtains the mood of Srimati Radharani, he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And therefore he is the most compassionate, the most audharya. So, Namo Mahavadanyaya. Nobody, none like others, that the avatar or the personality amongst all the different personalities of Godhead is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is, the credit goes to Srimati Radharani for that. Not to Nandan Krishna. That credit goes to Srimati Radharani. So, that mercy is always existing, we should always remember. But the prayer should be, make me a good vessel, make me a good receiver of your mercy. Let me catch more and more of it. Let's develop that kind of a mindset or consciousness. So, in today's verse, the 4th verse of the Mangalarti or the Guruvashtakam is Chaturvidasi Bhagavat Prasado Swadanna Triptam Hari Bhakta Sangam Kritaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guruho Sri Charanaravindam. Again, just to remind all of us, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who has composed this wonderful song that is meant for all the Vaishnava Acharyas, because the word is Guruho, it is plural. Sometimes, as I said, that sometimes we hear some devotee says, Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindam. No. It is not Guru, it is Guruho. It is not just our Guru. It is, our Guru has also obtained it from somewhere. Praptasya Kalyana. They have prapta, means they have obtained. So, this obtaining business is directly coming from Srimati Radharani and through the parampara. So therefore we have to, with great reverence, acknowledge the entire parampara just by this one word, Guruho. So it encompasses all the pure devotees in that word. Also, just as a side note, since I mentioned some say Guru, similarly, in Srila Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra, I've heard a lot of them say, Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve. That is incorrect. It is Saraswati Deve. It is grammar. And Saraswati Deve means the transcendental son of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Just like the son of Vasudev is Vasudev. I said that the other day. Vasudev. The daughter of Janak Raja is Janaki. A with a dash on top. In Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Pranam Mantra, it is Saraswati. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishta Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti namine. And Saraswati's transcendental son is Saraswati. So, if we are conscious about that, of course, pronunciation sometimes, Krishna is Bhavgrai Janardhan. Even our parents, when the little child is hardly able to talk and speaks in a very totally bhasha and doesn't speak properly, but it's still, they understand, the parents, because they love them. But the meaning behind it is different when it comes to this particular. So it is not that we have, pronunciation is not a big deal, but if we know about it, then we should be careful and try to accordingly, because then the bhav will come. Just like the example, I think Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas in the Digdarshini Tika of Damodarashtakam, especially in that verse where he says, he says Varam Deva and Var Ishad. Those two words are used in that particular verse number 4. So the bhav is that Satyavrat Muni is upset at Krishna. I had mentioned that this is a conversation, Sukshma Samvad, subtle conversation between Krishna and Satyavrat Muni. And when Krishna offers him moksha and liberation into Vaikuntha, and also liberation, Anya, which is translated as, understood by our acharyas as, after the churning, as the bhakti of Dhruva and Prahlad. So therefore, in the beginning he is thinking about Gokul, he is thinking about the sweet pastimes. In the first verse itself, it's the Aishwarya Vishesh. Where but Aishwarya Vishesh? In Gokul, not Vaikuntha. Namami Ishwaram Satchitananda Rupam, where? Lasata Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Satchitanand, opulence, but there are so many Satchitanands. They are all over Vaikuntha. They are all over Dwarka, Mathura, Ayodhya, etc. But specifically, Gokule Brajamanam. So here his mood is Vrajbhav. And then after Aishwarya Vishesh in Gokul or Vraj, he goes to Roop Vishesh by describing his beauty and the earrings that are kissing his cheeks. He is describing also Sthita Graiva, the pearl necklace also. So that Rupa Vishesh. Then he is describing Leela Vishesh, where how his mother, how he is crying and how his mother ties him to the grinding mortar, to the ukkal. So that is Leela Vishesh. Now after describing that, Krishna is pleased and he is saying that, okay, what do you want? he doesn't say anything. He's already upset. That I am not a businessman, like the other day we discussed Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. In return for bhakti, I will ask you something. Then I will be simply a merchant. And a master who wants to give something in return of seva or service is not a real master. Then it becomes like a merchant and master's relationship. No, that is not who I am, Lord Nrsingadev. So please don't. So similarly, Satyavrat Muni, he gets upset and he tells Krishna, and our Acharya said there are two classifications of the names of the Lord. One classification is known as Gauniya Nam and the other classification is known as Mukhya Nam. So Gauniya Nam examples are what? Varam Deva Vareshad. Hey Bhagwan, Hey Paramatma, Hey Prabhu. That is Gauniya Nam. And what is Vishesh Nam? Vishesh Nam is like, Hey Radha, Vrindavan Chandra Bihari. Vrindavan Chandra Bihari. Vishesh Nam. Radha Raman, Radha Madan Mohan, Madan Mohan, Gopinath, Kunja Vihari, Yashoda Nandan, Nanda Nandan, Nanda Kumar, Nanda Kishore. These are all Mukhya Nams. Why they are Mukhya Nams? Because when Krishna hears that, first of all, he is very pleased. Who is that calling me out with the name Yashoda Nandan? Oh, he's calling out my mother's name. Nanda Nandan, he's calling out my father's name. And all those different names that have some connection with his Leela in Vraj and with his devotees in Vraj, those are Mukhya Nams. That has been defined by our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So those Mukhya Nams, when we call out, then Krishna's eyes widen, his smile broadens, just then calling him Paramatma, Bhagwan, Ishwar. So, that is why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has composed so many wonderful bhajans, like the one that we sing, Jai Radha Madhav, is full of Krishna's names in Vraj. That is from Gitavali, a book called Gitavali. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has composed so many wonderful books in the form of songs, Sharanagati, Gitavali, Kalyan Kalpataru, etc. So, Jai Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav. Not just Lakshmipati Madhav, Radha Madhav. Kunja Vihari, one who is relishing his pastimes in the Nikunjas of Vrindavan. Gopi Jana Vallabha. Double meaning again. Gopi Jan Vallabh means one who is very dear to gopis, and Gopi Jan, Krishna is Vallabh to the Gopi Jans. Both means. Gopis are dear to Krishna and Krishna is dear to gopis. Same word, Gopi Jana Vallabha. Girivaradhari, the pastimes that he lifted in Vraj, lifted Govardhan. Yashoda Nandan, the son of Nandan, Yashoda Mai. Yashoda Mai, is she in Dwarka? No. Is she in Mathura? No. Is she in Vaikuntha? No. She is in Vraj. Yashoda Nandan. Vraja Jana Ranjan. He entertains all the Vrajvasis. Idriksa Leela Vir Ananda Kunde Swa Gosha Nimanjantam Akyapayantam. Swa Gosh means is Gokul. Vrajvas, the place is known as Swa Gosh. My own. Swa Gosh. Gosh means a place or a residence, either a town, village, and Swa means my own. See the words that are there, that is in this composition of Satyavrat Muni. Nimanjantam, drowning them in a pool of ecstasy. So all this said, so that is important. Gauniya Nam and Pramukh Nam. So similarly, we find that our bhakti and our consciousness is more and more elevated when we come to Vrajbhav in particular. And that is what Mahaprabhu came to give. That is what Rupa Goswami and our Acharyas came to give. So, in this verse, Chaturvidasi Bhagavad Prasado Swadanna Triptan Haribhakta Sangam Kritaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guroho Sri Charanaravindam. What is to be offered to Krishna? Our Acharyas in their own sadhana, they personally also cook for Krishna. And they teach what kind of foodstuffs we should cook for Krishna. So the four main categories in Chaturvida is the kind of foods like that can be licked, that can be chewed, that can be drunk, and that can be sucked. So in those who are cooking in the DT kitchen, the standard is there in our ISKCON movement that to cook all these items in Krishna's bhoga. Licked is like, as an example, is the chutney. Chutneys can be licked. Chewed is like the roti, chapati or puris, right? Drunk, there has to be some drink, nectar, like juice or some like stuff like Hari Bol, nice Vaishnava. Hari Hari. So, drunk, something to drink, and sucked, some things that are in the plate, like when you offer mango, the mango gutli or the seed is sucked. You suck. There's so many things that simply you just don't pop in your mouth, but you suck on it. So these things are the four major categories that are to be offered at the minimum. They should all be there. Even if it is one item, but they should be in these four categories. Chaturvidhasti, Bhagavad Prasado. And the other day I mentioned that what is it that we should offer? What kind of foodstuffs to Krishna? We offer those that are conducive to him, not conducive to us. It is good to offer whatever we like with a tulsi leaf, but that becomes kind of the connotation of karma yoga. So we can try to understand this. Why is it karma yoga? That yes, I want to eat something. It is for my personal liking, but I offer it to you, Krishna, so that the karmic reaction doesn't happen. So who is the center? Center is me. I will take prasadam because no karmic reaction will incur. With that mentality, we offer Krishna whatever within the patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam category, in the sattvic food, without any onion, garlic or any kind of meat or anything like that. But I offer Krishna whatever I like. And because I'm supposed to eat what I like, I'm making those things, then I have to offer it. Otherwise I will incur karmic reaction. What is that verse in the Bhagavad Gita Karma Yoga chapter? That muchyante sarva kilvesha tetam agam papam jena atma or jena pachanti atma karanat. Yajna sistina sinto. So Krishna says that if you don't offer me, then certainly you are eating sin. So most of us, we are offering in that karma yoga mode. But karma yoga is not the ultimate. We have to graduate, come into bhakti yoga. And within bhakti yoga, there are so many different classifications. And the highest classification is the bhakti yoga of Aradhya Bhagavana Vrajesha Tanayas, Tad Dham Vrindavanam, Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Taya Kalpita. Following in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, especially Vrajavadus or the gopis of Vrindavan. What do they make? What do they offer Krishna? So Bhaktivinoda Thakurji has written a wonderful bhajan, which we very popularly know as the Bhoga Arti. Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. Shri Gaura Hari Sohi Goshta Vihari Nanda Jasomati Chitta Hari Vaja bhakata vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. Bela hoilo damodara aisha ekhano bhoga mandire vosi kore na bhojana. Nandera nideshe vaisi girivar dhari Baldeva sakha base sari sari Bhaja bhakata vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as Kamala Manjari, has witnessed this. Mother Yashoda is calling, Krishna, come on, it's late. Bela hoilo Damodar. Again, what a beautiful name she is, Damodar. So obviously, that Damodar Leela was already done. And Krishna has grown up. So many small details in every bhajan is amazing. So it is late. Bela hoilo Damodar. Aisha Ekhano, come on. Okay, drop your play and come inside and sit, come in the Bhoga Mandir, the dining hall. And then they all come. Krishna and Balaram sit next to Nanda Baba. So this is eyewitness, Kamala Manjari. She is seeing that. And Baishesh Sakha Sari Sari, along with the Sakhas. And now, what kind of foodstuffs are being served? Sukta Sakadi Bhaji, Bhaji Nalita Kusumanda, Dali Dagda Dugda Dudi, Dadi Mocha Khanda, Mugda Bora Masabora Roti Kritayanna, Saskuli Pista Khira Payasanna, Karpura Amruta Keli Ramba Khira Sara, Amruta Rasala Amla Dwadasha Prakara, Luchi Chini Sarapuri, Ladu Rasabali, Bhojana Korena Krishna Hoye Kautuhali, Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Shri Gaura Hari. So many wonderful items that not only Mata Yashoda has made, but Radharani is also there. Every day Radharani goes to Nanda Bhavan to cook. So when we come to the next verse, I will narrate one pastime about the cooking of Srimati Radharani that is in connection with the next verse that we will be discussing. So, what are the different times? Sukta Sakadi. Sukta, it's one kind of a vegetable, and sak is the green leafy vegetables, which is also favorite of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in that bhajan, Bhaktivinoda Thakurji has described, when we sing on Ekadashi, today is Ekadashi. So we sing that bhajan. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu, Bhajane Anukula, Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kari. So, whatever Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has composed this bhajan in the fifth category of Sharanagati. You remember I mentioned there were 6 branches of Sharanagati. That is from Hari Bhakti Vilas. Dainya, humility, Atma Nivedan, giving everything to Krishna. Tera tujhko arpan kya lage mera. They say that, no, in Hindi, everything is manasa deha geha jo kichu more arpilu tuapade nanda kishore. Everything. And that Atma Nivedan means, it's a very amazing word. Sharanagati, what does it mean? This is a book, obviously, that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. But what does the word Sharanagati mean? Anybody would like to quickly try? Yes, Prabhuji? Surrender is a good word, but not fully describing the word Sharanagati. But thank you for trying. Anybody else quickly? Yes, Prabhuji? Okay, that also. But from the highest perspective, and since I'm just defining the meaning, hopefully you all will take it home within your hearts. No matter which faith one follows, that shelter they all take, whether one is a Christian or one is following Islam or Judaism or Sanatan Dharma / Hinduism, there is surrender to whoever they are worshipping. So that is not sufficient in terms of Gaudiya Vaishnava's definition of surrender. Sharanagati is a combination of 2 Sanskrit words, Sharan, which is shelter, with both of you correct. But the other word along with that, if you do Sandhi Viched, if you break it, is Sharan plus Agati. Now, one may say, if I take shelter of Krishna, how will I get Agati? Agati means fall down, right? But here Agati means no, Gati means movement, and Agati means no movement. So our surrender should be such that Ashlesha pada ratam pinashtumam adarshanam marmo hatam karotuva yatha tatha va vidato lampato mat prananatha sambha. Whether you kick me or embrace me, whether you keep me in good situations or the worst situations in my life, Krishna, I'm completely surrendered to you and I'm not going to move from your lotus feet. Just like a solid rock. You cannot, or a big mountain, you cannot move. Gati means move. And Agati means no movement. I'm simply going to be at your lotus feet, whether you kick me or embrace me. That is the highest principle, and that principle is of Srimati Radharani. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu obtained the bhav of Srimati Radharani in the Gambhira, it is Srimati Radharani speaking to him, through Mahaprabhu. That Krishna, you are so cruel, sometimes you go away, you leave us, you left us in the Ras Leela. You left us after 11 and a half, 12 years of pastimes in Vrindavan, in Vraj, you left us and you went to Mathura and then onward to Dwarka in the 125 years of the transcendental pastimes of Krishna. He only spent about 11 and a half years from that perspective. In one sense, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Ekam padam nagacchati. He doesn't take one single step. But for the sake of understanding how much the separation that was caused, we spoke about yesterday also a lot about the separation component, especially, not yesterday, in the first session, where the internal meaning of Davanal is the pure Vaishnavas feel that their life is being consumed by a forest fire due to the separation of Krishna. Right? What is that verse before that? 7th verse of Chaitanya Sishtastakam. Loudly. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravashyayitam shunayitam. This whole entire world becomes sunayitam jagat. Virahiname. In separation. Burning in that fire of separation. That is Davanam. So, Sharanagati means, Gati means movement and Sharan means that kind of shelter where there is no movement. Dut ke rehna. Kahin nahi jaane wale hum Krishna. Chahe aap mujhe laat maro ya alingan karo. Whether you kick me or embrace me, I'm not going anywhere. And that kind of surrender is only found at the highest of the highest in the Vrajvadus, the gopis of Vrindavan, and especially the topmost gopi, Srimati Radharani. And that is the reason why Nandanandan Krishna desired those bhavas. The internal reasons of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are threefold. Yadi gaur na hoito, tabe ki hoito, ke mone dhari tamde, Radhar mahima, prema rasa sima, jagat janat ke. Vasugosh, one of the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, says that Yadi gaur na hoito, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had not appeared, tabe ki hoito, what would have happened? Radhara mahima prema rasa sima jagata janata ke. How would the whole world would have known, who would have revealed the glories of Srimati Radharani? That's one reason. Second reason, Nandanandan Krishna is thinking that I'm so beautiful, I'm so handsome, that sometimes when he looks himself in a clear water, crystal clear water, or in front of a mirror, he's mesmerized by his own beauty. And he is very much happy to see his own beauty. But when Radharani and the gopis are when Krishna is in presence of them, they feel so much bliss, even more than me, but I want to taste that. So I want to taste my beauty from the perspective of Srimati Radharani especially. And the third reason is exactly what Srimati Radharani, what ecstasy she feels. Every moment she's feeling Pratipada Purna Amrit Swadanam. So there are so many different meanings. Just the first verse of Chaitanya Sistastakam. Again, during COVID, we had done about 22 sessions on Chaitanya Sistastakam, each lasting 2 to 2.5 hours. It's so deep. With whatever little information or knowledge I have, and it is a bottomless ocean. So many acharyas have given commentaries on the Chaitanya Sistastakam, and there are so many wonderful realizations, the sfurtis that they get, and they are amazing. So what was I saying? My last point? Surrender. So that kind of surrender. Not the kind of surrender, the kind of surrender Srimad Bhagavatam talks. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje ahituki and apratiyata. Ahituki, without any material motivation. Things are not so good in our life, we come to the temple more often. Things change for the better, then we stop coming. Then, see you Krishna, Tata Birla. Bye-bye. We'll come only, we'll come for Janmashtami, Prabhus will be inviting, please come, Sunday, come for Bhagavatam. Baba, no more time. With no time, Prabhuji. But I'll come for Janmashtami, for sure. But Prabhu, you are coming last month almost every day. Sometimes we saw you were shedding tears in front of the deities. Oh Prabhu, we had a big problem in our family. So now it is solved. So that is not ahituki and apratiyata. Apratiyata, it means continuous. And ahituki, without any material motivation. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakurji says in that bhajan, Gai Gora Madhura Sware. What is that? Next thing he is saying. Griye thako, bane thako, sada hari bole thako. Jivane marane. In one bhajan he is saying, whether in good times or bad times, we should never forget Krishna. So, that is Sharanagati. So the 6 angas, Dainya, Atmanivedan, complete surrender. Now that complete surrender or Sharanagati has been explained by our acharyas at what is that complete surrender. That complete surrender is not only we offer everything to Krishna, our assets, our mind. Now that mind here means Manasa Deha Geha. He has written this in the Atmanivedan section. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Manas means our heart, our mind. Now, our heart and mind also encompasses our minute independence, anuswatantrata that we have. Deha, many can, dedicate their whole body in the service of Krishna. Geha, assets, home, wealth, they can dedicate it to Krishna. But the most difficult or the pinnacle of Sharanagati is that minute independence that we have within us, even that we give it to Krishna. Dai mama gela tua opadavarane. In that same song, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Daya mama, now ami to nahi amar. In one bhajan he says that. Atma nivedana tua pade kori hoinu parama sukhi. Hoinu parama sukhi. Dukkha dure gelo चिंता न रोहिलो चौदी के आनंद देखी चौदी के आनंद देखी. In all 4 directions, one, I am surrendered to you, Krishna, fully surrendered, Sharanagat, Gati. I only see happiness in all the 4 directions. Chaudi ke ananda dekhe. And in that bhajan he says, Ami to nahi amar. Now I am not even mine because I have completely surrendered even my minute independence. That is the highest point of surrender. Everything else we can try, and many have given up. I used every penny, every paisa of their wealth in Krishna's service, their whole body they have used in Krishna's service. Like Amrish Maharaj, right? All the senses engaged. But this is even beyond Amrish Maharaj's conception. The minded independence that we have, when we surrender to Krishna, I'm not even mine anymore now. I am your slave. Do as you please. I do not have any responsibility, meaning now you will make the decisions of everything in my life. Daye mama gela tua o padavarane. Manasa deha gaya jo kichu moru. So this is something that I was really amazed when I heard this commentary, that surrendering our minded independence at the lotus feet of Krishna is considered the real Sharanagati. So I hope we all can take this home and we can aspire and pray for that. So, like this, different items we should offer to Krishna for his pleasure. Like the other day I mentioned in a humorous mood, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj says, pizza, pasta, narak ka rasta. We offer all these things because we like them. We put tulsi leaf, then the poor Krishna has to. You understood, Prabhu? Pizza, pasta, narak ka rasta. Hindi samajhte hain aap? Acha, very nice. Because I saw the bright smile on your face, I said, wow, Prabhu knows Hindi. He's from France, but Prabhu knows Hindi. So a little bit, thoda thoda. Huh? So that way, we ensure what Krishna wants. And Bhaktivinoda Thakurji is listing everything. That because as Kamala Manjari has said, Sukta, Sak, Adi, Vaja. Sak means Krishna, this was Mahaprabhu's favorite. In this bhajan which I mentioned, Shuddha Bhagata Charana Renu, what does he say? Gaura Vihita, Gaura Priya, Saka Sevane, Jivana Sarthak Mani. Jivana Sarthak Mani. I will consider my life very successful if I can serve Mahaprabhu with his favorite sak, green leafy vegetable, like a spinach family, something like that. So like that, so many different items, different vadas are made out of dal, different kinds of dal, mung dal, etc. All these details are given. Dugdi, tumbi, squash, then mocha khanda, different types of sweets that are made out of, like, dudhi halwa. Anybody tried that? In Maharashtra, it's very famous. How many have tried dudhi halwa? It's so nice. So like that, all these items are there. Mugda bora, mas bora, roti, grita, anna. The different types of made of flour, roti, pakodas, etc. Karpur Amrut Keli. Karpur Amrut Keli is a wonderful drink that especially Srimati Radharani makes. She is the most perfect in making that. Amrut Keli. That is made of condensed milk and bananas, and that is put along with that some camphor and some wonderful aromatic ingredients. And nobody can make Karpur. And Mother Yashoda has to say, you are going to make Karpur Amrut Keli for my son. He really loves it so much. So Radharani makes that. Ramba Kheer Rasal makes kheer. So many. Amrut Rasal. And so many different kinds of drinks. Not just one drink, but different kinds of flavored drinks are there from different fruits. And Amla Dwadasha Pakar. Khatta, Amla. 12 different kinds of different chutneys. Dwadasha Prakar. 12 different kinds of Luchi Chini, Sarpuri, Laddu, Rasabali. So again, halwa made of Luchi Chini, Sarpuri Laddu, different kinds of laddus are made. Bhojana Korena Krishna Hoy Kautuhali. Kautuhali. When we offer Krishna items that we like, then he is not Kautuhali. When we offer something that he likes, supposing if somebody offers your favorite food stuff, like especially when it was our birthday, our mother used to make some special things that we liked. My favorite things she used to make. Karela sabji, special halwa, all these things she used to make on my birthday especially. So what I like she used to make. Although some of the family members did not like Karela, but she made it for me. And I was Kautuhali. I was very happy. So similarly, Our only intention is Anukulyena Krishna Anushilana. That is our intention. So we have to learn. As again and again I repeat that our Vaishnava bhajans have given us all the solutions. Not only for our Vaidhi sadhana, but also for our Raganuga sadhana. And what pleases Radharani and Krishna the most. What did our Srila Prabhupada do? We're talking about prasadam, right? Chaturvidasi Bhagavad Prasad. He simply won the entire world, and the foundation of ISKCON is based on prasadam. That was his magic. Harinam and Harikatha. Hari Prasad. First thing, that's what he gave. Hippies came at 26 2nd Avenue. They only came for eating mostly because they were drunk or they were high on drugs, felt very hungry. And they found out that Allen Ginsberg said that, oh, there's a new kind of high at 26 2nd Avenue. Get high forever. There was a poster that they had put. So these hippies thought that, oh wow, some kind of a new drug has come at 26 2nd Avenue. They are advertising, get high forever. We take drugs, but after a few hours, we come down. That effect of the drugs is over, and then we go into some kind of a relapse, or we go into some kind of a depression until we take the next dose of drugs. So that is why that habit becomes, of drug habits, right? Because continuous they are looking for that utopia or ecstasy. But these drugs cannot give you that. But the kind of drug that Srila Prabhupada was talking about is Harinam. So stay high forever. So they conglomerated at the 26 2nd Avenue, and Srila Prabhupada, before even starting to give them any philosophy, Prabhupada fed them with sufficient prasadam. With his own hands. Some of them ate 20 rotis. And Prabhupada would make. Which Acharya does that? Dal, rice, all that he did. And he personally served them. And after eating sufficiently, some of them left. And some of them lied down at 22nd Avenue and slept. Right there after taking prasad. And Srila Prabhupada would clean everything. Clean the area where everybody had pick up their plates, clean all the pots and pans. This is Guru Nishtha. My Guru Maharaj instructed me, I must preach to the English speaking world. Jena kena prakadena. So Bhagavad Prasad. One time Srila Prabhupada, in the early days, there were not many resources, no ghee. So unsalted butter was available in the supermarket. Even today, there are two kinds of butter. In India, I don't think you get that, unless I'm wrong. Mostly it's salted butter. Oh, my wife is shaking her head. So you get both. So unsalted butter is used for making ghee. So Prabhupada used that unsalted butter from the supermarket and asked them, bring some milk powder. So he basically heated up that butter and put some milk powder in it and made it like a shira and added chini, sugar, and then he made it into balls. So somebody asked him, Prabhuji, Swamiji, what kind of sweet this is? So Prabhupada offered it to Krishna and simply put it in his mouth, and he gave it to the other devotees and he said, this is simply wonderful. So that name of that milk powder and that butter permeated along with sugar, that sweet was called Simply Wonderful. So even today, we offer that in the different, especially in North America, Simply Wonderfuls. So if anybody says, oh, have you made Simply Wonderfuls today? So we understand it is that laddu made out of butter and sugar that Prabhupada had invented based on the time, place and circumstances to offer to Krishna. So Krishna loves sweets and Prabhupada needed to offer something. Then he started making gulab jamuns and then they all loved it. The hippies ate to their content, 15, 20, some of them ate so many. And somebody asked, what are these? So Prabhupada said, these are ISKCON bullets. So when you take this, ghayal. You will completely, at some point in your existence, you will be surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the effect of a Chaturvidhasi Bhagavad Prasada. So the importance of prasadam is mentioned, that our acharyas lay a lot of stress on taking only prasadam. We should not partake anything else besides prasadam, ideally speaking. Of course, sometimes we are traveling and we cannot take temple prasadam or prasadam that is kind of, made at home. So we take sattvic foodstuffs, but we offer it to Krishna. And by that simple mantra, Krishna Arpanamastu, I offer it to you with love. And you imagine there that you're putting a tulsi leaf and you ask for forgiveness. I'm not able to give you 100% sattvic. It has been made by all these people, but my dear Krishna, if you accept this, then even they will benefit. Even they will benefit, because whoever made it, they have done some yogdan. So that is the karmic cycle. It will stop that. When we, practicing devotees, we go to the market and we pick up grains, fruit, flowers, and we offer it to Krishna, so that becomes prasadam. But just see this process or the entire logistics chain. And I'm giving this example, maybe it is happening in India and it is happening in North America, especially in United States, in California and all those places. The farmers, big farmers, they have big farms. And for cheap labor, they have the Mexicans come in. And they don't pay them much. Let's say if the minimum wages in the state is like $8 an hour or $10 per hour, they only pay them cents, like 50 cents an hour. So much social exploitation. So what happens when they are sowing the seeds, harvesting the fruits, the vegetables? They work very hard to just make 50 cents for 1 hour. So they work like 10, 14 hours a day just to get about $5 or $7. And out of that, they send most of the money home, back to Mexico. And then because they get so much pain in their bodies, they work so hard, then in that camp, they get addicted to drugs or drinking. And then they start blaspheming the owner or the farmer who has hired them, because they are exploiting. They know that everybody else is getting so much more money than us. We are getting only a fraction. So that baddua comes. So that vibration goes into the harvesting or the seeding in that agriculture. And then the farmer sells it to the distributor. There also the distributors is looking for cheap labor. Again, those Mexicans and those cheap illegal workers, whether they are from India or Mexico or South America, they are doing all that labor. And they are also not getting paid well. So they are also cursing their distributor owner. Then it comes to the shops, individual grocery stores. There also there is abuse. There also we see Kirana store, Vani, they have child abuse. They have the little children working. Are jara 1 kilo chawal de do, आधा kilo dal de do, and that little boy is running around. Give me 1 kg of rice, give me half kilo dal, give me this. He's ordering, sitting on the galla, on the cash register. And that boy is not even going to school because he's poor and he needs that money, but he's not paying him enough wages. So inside the heart, there is like resentment for the cursing. So all this is incurring a karmic reaction. Even though when we are buying it from the market, but when we offer it to Krishna, it becomes karma free. So not only we get the benefit, but the entire logistic chain, reverse order, they also get the benefit. Because somehow or the other, they did some yogdan in sowing that seed or that plant, and that ended up at the lotus feet of Krishna. So this Krishna conscious movement is amazing. This prasadam that is not only our benefit, but there is unseen benefits that are there that will benefit everyone in that logistics chain. Make sense? So it's a win-win-win situation. Not just for one entity, but so many entities that are in that chain that has been offered to Krishna. In the Vraj Bhav, talking about prasad. Prasad means first taken by Krishna and then everybody else partakes on it. So there is one bhajan of Paramanand Prabhu, again a disciple of Sri Vallabhacharya. Every day, or some days I would rather, they go to Kumudvan to take their cows for cow herding. And then they also have their lunches given by their mothers. Somebody has been, today Krishna has got sweet yogurt from Mother Yashoda in his pot. And different sakhas of Krishna, the cowherd friends, they have brought their own different lunches. And what did they do? They sit down and Krishna and Balram are sitting in the center and they are all around in a circle. Have you seen that photo? That picture? So apparently that is in Kumudvan, or one of the picnics of Krishna. So Paramanand Das, who is also present as a Sakha, I remember I mentioned the Astachap Sakhas of Sri Vallabhacharya, their disciples, they are Sakhas during the daytime, and at night time they are in the Madhurya Rasa as Sakhis. So I mentioned that in some, Krishna cannot live without certain devotees. So they are present in more than one rasa. And that is also kind of true for our Divine Krishna Prabhupada. When he mentions that when will I go frolicking in the meadows of Vrindavan for doing Gocharan with my friends, and we will do Lutaputi. So we will grab the lunches of each other. So that is an indication that he is a coward boy. In that poem, that Bengali poem has written. But also, if those who think he's just a coward boy, just like some of them say that in the other camps, they are mistaken. Because they have made that statement that Srila Prabhupada made Krishna Balram Mandir in Vrindavan. But they are forgetting there's also Lalita Vishaka Radha Shyam Sundar. So that Madhurya Ras is there. And he is Saraswati Deve, the transcendental son or servant of Saraswati Thakur. So Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Manjari. So if he is an intimate servant of Nayana Manjari, then don't we think that he is also one of them? But Prabhupada didn't reveal that. So he is present in more than one rasa, that's for sure. Like Lord Balram I mentioned the other day, he is present in all 5 rasas. Because they are very near and dear. So similarly, so Paramanand Das is saying, today Krishna has brought some nice sweet yogurt, which he has brought many times. Mother Yashoda has packed for him. But the Gwalbals, the coward boys are saying, Aaj dadhi meetho madana gopal, Aaj dadhi meetho madana gopal, bhavat mohi tiharo jhootho, chanchal nayana vishal, ke aaj dadhi meetho madana gopal, आने पात बनाए दो ना, लीजे सबन को बाट, के आज दधी मीठो मदन गोपाल. जिन नहीं पायो सुनो रे भैया, मेरी हथेली चाट, के आज दधी मीठो मदन गोपाल. बहुत दिनन हम बसे कुमुदवन, बहुत दिनन हम बसे कुमुदवन, कृष्ण तिहारे साथ, के आज दधी मीठो मदन गोपाल. ऐसो स्वाद हम कभू न चाख्यो, सुन गोकुल के नाथ, के आज दधी मीठो मदन गोपाल. आपन हसत हसावत ग्वालन, मानस लीला रूप, परमानंद प्रभु हम सब जानत, तुम त्रिभुवन के भूप, के आज दधी मीठो मदन गोपाल. So the coward boys are saying, Aaj dadi meetho madana gopal. Today, the yogurt is especially very, very sweet. Bhavat mohi tumharo jhutho, chanchal nayan vishal. So Krishna has taken it from the pot, and first he took some, and then he started distributing to the rest of the coward boys. Come close. You take. Aane pata banaye dona. So they are sitting under a tree, and Krishna is personally making leaf cups and putting some yogurt from that same pot and distributing to the coward boys. And it is finished, the whole pot. Now, there are so many coward friends. So then, he says that jin nahi payo, suno re bhaiya, meri hateli chaat. Because while he is taking the yogurt from the pot, some of the yogurt is stuck on his palm. So those in the back who did not get it, please come, meri hateli chaat. So lick my palm. And that is why they are saying, bahut din base hum kumudavan. Many times we have come here picnicking. But aso swad kabhu na chakyo. We have never tasted such sweetness as we are tasting today, because we licked your lotus palm. Aso swad. Apan hasata gwalan. And then when the coward boys are licking your hand and they're saying, oh, Madan Gopal, what sweetness. And you are laughing. And when you laugh, all the other gwals, all the other coward boys are also laughing. And Paramanandas, who is saying that, Paramananda Prabhu, hum sab janata. I know who you are. Paramanandas is saying, tum tribhuvan ke bhoop. So here in the Vaidhi Bhakti is saying that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am not like Lord Brahma. I am not like Lord Brahma, that he is illusion in the Brahma Vimohan Leela. I know who you are. But in spite of that, you have accepted this wonderful position of the Sakhya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, and Madhuri Ras. How beautiful. And this is in Vraj Bhasha. This is in Vraj Bhasha, this song. So like this we find that the benefits of prasadam are there, karmic reaction for the entire chain, everybody is. So that is why we say, Mahaprasade Govinde Nam Brahmane Vaishnave. Salpa Punyam Vratam Rajan Vishwas Neva Jayate Sharira Vidyajal Jadendriya Kal Jive Felish Vishash Ogare Tar Madhya Jivati Lobomai Surmati Take Jeta Katina Samsare Krishna Bodo Dayamoy Kori Bare Jivajay Swa Prasad Anno Bhai Prasad. Swa Prasad. Krishna is so kind that he has given his own prasad so that we can control our senses, and our senses bring our death. Just like the croaking of a frog brings the death of the serpent comes and grabs the frog. So simply we are our tongues, our mouth we are using for prajalpa, and we are using it for nonsense talk. Most of the people in this world who are not Krishna conscious, most of the time they are talking nonsense and they are bringing the death again and again. But those who are Krishna consciousness will stop their death. They will become Amrit. It will become Amrit. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is requesting that oh Bhai, he starts with the word Bhai. Bhai Sharira Vidyajal. Please, oh my brothers, this body is a network of ignorance. It brings death to us. And the toughest of all to control is the tongue. One time, there was a fight between the tongue and the teeth. So, the teeth said, hey tongue, keep quiet. You know, you're talking too much. I don't like it. I will crush you. So the tongue said, Arey Baba, don't think you're that great. If I just say something, all 32 will be gone. अगर मैं कुछ ऐसा वैसा बोल दिया तो सारी की सारी 32 गिर जाएगी तुम. So the thing is that the most difficult to control is the tongue. If we can control the tongue, we can control all senses. That is the most. Tar madhya jiva ati lobo maistarumadi. But Krishna is so kind. Korivare jiva joy. It makes our tongue victorious by giving swaprasad anna dilo bhai. Swaprasad dilo bhai. Of course, today we don't say that because the word anna comes. So we only say Mahaprasade Govinde. We don't say Sharira Vidyajal on Ekadashi day. So that is the Chaturvidasi Bhagavad Prasad Swadanna Triptam Hari Bhakta Sangam Kritaiva Triptim bhajat sadaiva vande guruho Sri Charana Ravindam. In their practice, teaching us, they personally show us how to cook, what are the different items, and what are the benefits of prasadam, etc. The most important thing. Sometimes a good preacher wants to preach to somebody from their heart, but they just don't understand. So what do? Just take prasadam. Then one day you will understand. Who knows, in our last life, some Vaishnava just gave us one laddu or some fruit as prasadam. And that way, it kind of, Bhakti Lata Bij was sown in our hearts. Maybe in this life itself, we all come from different backgrounds. What kind of lives we lived, we know personally. But first thing we got, whenever we go, in every ISKCON temple, there is prasadam. Priti Bhojan, every Sunday come, love feast. Prabhupada has set that standard. So the importance of prasadam we should never forget. And always remember one thing, my dear Prabhus, Matajis, that let us always serve with a magnanimous heart. Sometimes I've seen that in certain temples they have so much prasad, but when the devotees come, they give just a little. And then the rest of the prasadam is wasted and they throw it away. I've seen that in North America. Be magnanimous. If our hearts are there, Akshay Patra will automatically happen. It will not happen that the cook will cook less. But our hearts are not there, then even though there is so much prasadam, it will be wasted. So the glories of prasadam are so many. I think I forgot the complete sequence, but maybe one of you all can quickly help me. One time, Jagannath Puri prasadam, I think Lord Shiva got it. And then he started dancing in ecstasy. And he was so crazy that Parvati Devi said, "Arey mere Prabhu, kya hua? What happened to you?" "Oh, I got the prasadam of Lord Jagannath. You didn't give me any? It's all finished," he said. And then I forgot the sequence. Then there was a little bit left in his nail. And I think Naradji came also. Anybody remembers that pastime? Naradji brought from Vaikuntha and gave it to Lord Shiva. Ate it. Mother Durga. Yeah. Parvati. Yes, and she performed austerities and then she became Bimla Devi. So Bimla Devi, the temple that we have in Jagannath Puri, because she did not get the prasad. So now, first thing that is offered when Lord Jagannath's prasad comes, first it is offered to Bimla Devi. And then to the rest of the devotees, they can take it. And therefore, actually, just as a side note, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was one of the trustees of the Jagannath Puri temple. And he actually would go to the temple every day and he was praying ardently to Bimla Devi that send me a son who will help me propagate this Krishna consciousness, the proper Vaishnava, the true mood of Raj will be propagated with Siddhanta and Rasa both. So please, when he prayed to her and then some months after, 9 months or so, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur appeared and therefore his name was Bimla Prasad. The Prasad of Bimla Devi. He was named because Bimla Devi heard the prayer of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And therefore, his name was Bimla Prasad. So, I end here now. We will continue with the 5th verse. Shri Radhika Madhavya Rapar Madhurya Lila Guna Rupa Namnam Prati Shanasva Dana Lolupasya Vande Guruho Sri Charanaravindam. We will continue this today at 11 a.m. It is not at 3 in Gokul, classroom upstairs. So please make a note. Those who are available, please come at 11 a.m. And this is a very important verse. The next 2 verses of this Guruvashtakam. Try not to miss it. Of course, if you do, then it will be available online, right? So, but sometimes I feel that in person is better because we can see each other and it has a reciprocatory bhav. When I see some devotees smiling and they are happy, then it gives me enthusiasm as well. So please come to bless me. 11 a.m. we will take up this wonderful verse, Sri Radhika Madhavya Rapara. We'll try to go in as much detail as we can, and hopefully we will complete it by the end of Monday. Tuesday morning I have to leave, so I don't know. We was given to understand that my train is at, I think, 10:45 from Palghar to Baroda. So it takes about 1.5 hours. So I have to leave on the dot of 9, ready with my taxi. So even if I do, maybe half an hour maximum. So please forgive me. And maybe we can keep that as a question answer session. How about that? Makes sense? Well, what is the consensus of the devotees? Right? We can do that. My wife is saying, no, you will get late. No. Half an hour means half an hour. If I don't get up from the Vyasasana, you shut the microphone, you shut the camera, and somebody take my hands and take me out. Huh? Thank you so much. Because I have ongoing seva at ISKCON Baroda. So, thank you again. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad ki, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhu Padas ki, Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Jai Gurudev, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya Acharya Guruvar ki Jai.